So this is the padawan outpost DM1 or a Darth maul. So it's a Xenopixel build, and it is 8 foot, so I can only just have it stood up. It is very sensitive, and that is actually touching the ceiling. Can't really swing it indoors, but it's perfect for outside dueling. But what I can do is show you some of the things on it. So it has gesture control. I can't do some of it as a staff because it activates the other saber for other controls. So if I have one pointing down, it will cycle back through the fonts. If I have the other one pointing up and I twist, it will cycle music. And it can get very annoying. But what I can do is dual ignition by doing this. So some of the sound fonts you get. This sound font is the one for the saber, so it's Darth Maul. It has approximately 20 to 30 sound fonts. So I'll just change them.
Not a ship, just a traveller. Diamond!
So it's Taran Malicos. It sometimes doesn't deactivate because it's really sensitive, and sometimes it thinks you're trying to do something else. You can also ignite with the buttons. So with this saber, it has the it's got the Xenopixel core, but the emitter contact points for the blade have little light diodes in them. So you don't actually need a blade plug. It will glow from the end of the hilt, which is really cool. Which I wasn't expecting, but I'm actually happy they've done it for this saber because it's universal with the others that can have a Profi core or Xeno core, and it will still work exactly the same. So that's Empress Palpatine. It's one of my favourites on here, but there is one in particular that I love for this saber, and it's called the Dark Ages. I'll be coming up to it, but you'll see why I love it.
I've become more powerful than any Jedi.
So, Count Dooku font. They're pretty much the same as what you'd have as standard.
Hello there. Hello there.
So this is your Obi-Wan font. Now, there are other effects on here, which I'll get through once I've done the sound font cycles. So some of them have been slightly remapped for their colour choice. So like with a trophy, this one comes out blue. I think if I remember correctly for this one, it's now green. No, it's a red one. Interesting choice. Works exactly the same way as the trophy does. So you have the hidden voice quotes if you hold the button with the blade pointing up and twist. Now I'll show you that at the end. I'll have to split this in half though, because it is 2 sabers in one to make a full Darth Maul. But you purchase them together.
I'm Cal Kestis.
Cal Kestis. As you can see, it's really bright, and I can actually see the glow on the wall behind me. So, if I haven't already mentioned, this saber is approximately 2 foot taller than I am, because this is 8 foot. Not quite sure what happened there.
The General, Tamasian royalty. The General, Tamasian royalty. Years ago, I found your empire in the stars and stood against the Emperor himself. I was betrayed, defeated, and paid the price as the Emperor ravaged my mind over centuries. I gave him nothing. I am proof that the dark side can be resisted. Who else could do what I've done? Who else would have the strength to come this far? I am Revan, and I will complete the work I started so long ago. They can't stop me now. Nothing can. The dark side, my master. Ascension. Every Jedi would have lived. The greatest teacher, there is.
Now, this one's not one of my favourites, and I would have rather they removed it because it just doesn't work very well for sabers that are meant to be double-bladed. I just don't really like it that much. So next one.
Final steps. Final steps.
So another grey font. Yellow blade.
Luke Skywalker.
Another Luke font.
Luke Skywalker.
Codex of Light.
So we're getting to the new ones now.
Codex of Light.
Now this one, it's sort of a angelic kind of sounding font. This is really cool and is one of my favourites. All the new ones are brilliant. So I'll go to the next one.
Cyber Terror. Cyber Terror.
This one works brilliantly as a double-bladed staff. So next one.
Dark Ages.
Here we go, this is my favourite.
Dark Ages.
So this one is designed to sound like a medieval sword. And is actually pretty cool. So I'll just ignite it. So your swing effect, it's the sword scraping together. You get the proper sword clashing sound. And your blast deflect sound are arrow volleys. Which is really cool. There is another one like that on here, which I'll get to in a minute.
Hatred. Hatred.
So this is called Hatred, and it's another Sith font. That is the only room I've got in here to swing. So literally I can only spin it around me because I'm in the middle of the room. And either I take out the wall or I take out the window. I don't particularly want to take out either, to be honest.
Idol.
So this is the next sword font.
Idol.
It's more of like a samurai sounding font, this one. But again, you get arrow volley, blast deflect. And your deactivation sound is it being sheathed, which is really cool.
Serenity.
There is one on here that I absolutely despise, and actually it's a lot of fun to play with, to be honest, but I'll be getting to that one shortly because I know that's coming up. So this is the Serenity font. Next one.
The Champion.
The Champion.
The champion.
I believe that is meant to be either another Revan font or it's meant to be Mace Windu. I haven't worked out which yet, but it's got a purple blade.
The Dark Lord Revisited. The Dark Lord Revisited.
So the next one.
The Learner.
This one doesn't have an ignition sound like the others do. It just goes into a stable hum. Like so. So the next one.
The Second. The Second.
This one is based on the second sister from Jedi Fallen Order. And it's actually a pretty good sounding font, to be honest.
The Teacher. The Teacher.
The teacher font. I believe it's meant to be Yoda. So the next one.
Whispers of Power. Whispers of Power.
So this is, again, new. I believe it's a Temple Guard saber font. It's got a slightly yellowed blade. Right, so this is the one I absolutely despise. This is the new Sailor Moon sound font that LGT have created. And you'll see why I hate it when I ignite it. So here we go. You do get voice quotes. So I'll go to the next one.
Kylo Ren. I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
So these are getting back to your standard fonts now. This would be a perfect time to show you the blade styles, I think.
Pulse. Rainbow blade. Pulse. Rainbow blade.
So you get two different rainbow blades for this saber. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Well, there you go, you can see it on me. That's your standard rainbow blade. And you also get
Rainbow blade. Rainbow blade.
the candy cane style, which they did not that long ago. I don't like that, it's a bit psychedelic.
Unstable. Unstable.
So this is like a strobe light, this one. I can't look at it for too long, so I get a horrible headache. But that is really quite pulsing, flashing.
Fire blade. Fire blade.
So this is what I use for unstable when I want an unstable blade, the fire blade. And it's much more like Kylo style unstable. So it darts up the blade. Oh no. Right, so, sorry about that. I just had to fix it.
I'll show you the dark side.
Because I accidentally changed colour for the setup. So I just had to pause it and change it back. So you can see it's all good now. So basically what I did was, while the blade was running, I held the button down for 2 flashes, which cycles your colour. And it's really annoying because I keep doing it. I just didn't want it to happen while filming. So I'll go to the next font.
You have to get rid of. Maul the Jedi.
It's your grey font.
The dark sword.
Dark sword font. Next one.
There's a cunning warrior.
You were the chosen one!
He was a good friend.
You were my brother, Anakin! I loved you!
There's a cunning warrior.
You were the chosen one!
He was a good friend.
You were my brother, Anakin! I loved you!
This is your Obi-Wan Kenobi Revenge of the Sith sound font. And it's one of the best on here for being an Obi-Wan font. So what I can do now is, if I twist, two sabers. So next font. So they're pretty cool sabers because you can have 2 different font styles together.
Volume low, mute. Volume high.
Sorry about that. Did it again.
You overstepped your bounds.
So this one I've got Darth Maul. This one I've got Terra Malicos. So that is your saber. So when you open it, you'll get this pretty much, half a saber with the other half blade next to it. You get 2 tubes for the blades because they come as separate parcels. Now, one thing I didn't realise, so if you undo this piece, the shroud here removes, and the inner bit also removes from the hilt too, to reveal the contact points. All of these thumb screws are removable if you didn't want them. The only thing that holds your core in are 2 screws here, and you don't really get a pommel. I use the coupler here paired with the inner metal disc which they give you to cover your speaker.
I know what I have to do.
So this is your Ben Solo sound font again. So that is the saber in full. Now it's from the padawan outpost, like I said before. You don't get free postage on this one, unfortunately, because it's classed as 2 sabers. So if you're looking to get a DM1, be prepared you pay postage. Now it's got a Neopixel blade for a Xenopixel core, because this is I think it's an Eco Neo Xenopixel, but it's got their V2 Xeno core, so you have the lights in the end, which is pretty cool. So that is it for the video, and I will make another one when I get another saber, which should be in a couple of months' time, if I'm lucky. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. May the Force be with you.